Hey guys, welcome to my DIY holiday decorations video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create all of these adorable holiday decorations using things you can pick up at any crafting store. So first, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these adorable sweater mason jar candle holders. So for this, you'll need 2 mason jars, an open knit sweater, tea light candles, and some scissors. So you're going to start by cutting off the sleeves of your sweaters. If you don't have an old open knit sweater that you want to cut up, you can always find one at a thrift store for super cheap. So you're going to cut off the sleeves and then you're going to slip your mason jars into the sleeves. I rolled over the cuffs on mine because I thought they were a little too long. And then you're just going to position the sweater as high up on the mason jar as you want, and then you're going to cut it off so that the length of your sleeve is a little bit longer than your mason jar still. I'm still standing here 3 feet small. Lose our troubles because next, you're going to take some glass glue. I forgot to mention that you guys are going to need this. You're going to need glass glue. So you're going to take some of this and apply it to the bottom of the mason jar. And I used a lot, otherwise it didn't soak up into the fabric. And basically, you're just going to press this down and make sure that all of the fabric gets some glue on it. And eventually, when this is dried, it's going to harden. And it's going to stick to the glass, and then you won't have any problems with your sweater falling off. So that's what the bottom looks like. And then you're just going to leave that out to kind of dry for a couple of hours, and then just flip it over and throw a tea light candle in there, and you're done. Next, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these super simple and super adorable hand-painted ornaments. They come in a bunch of different shapes and styles, and they're just made of plain white ceramic, so you can paint over them yourself. And I actually found mine at Michael's. So for this, you're going to need these and then just paints. You can use paint markers if you want, because that makes it a lot easier. But basically, all you're going to do is paint them. But I do have a couple of tips for you guys. First of all, make sure you put down newspaper, because this gets really messy, because you're going to want to paint all the way around the ornaments, including the sides, so that you don't leave any white. And then I also recommend that you start on the lowest level of the ornament. Like, they come in layers, and they're raised parts and lower parts. Paint the lowest parts first, because what you can do is paint those with a paintbrush, and then you can be kind of messy and you can get some of that paint on the higher parts as long as you use a lighter color the first time around. And then when you go on to do the raised parts, which are the actual designs, then you can go in, you can use a sponge, and you can just lightly drag this over the top of the ornament, and it won't touch any of those lower parts, and it'll make it look like you were like perfect and precise with your painting. So it just makes it a lot simpler. And since this is so easy, you can do this with like kids, little brothers and sisters. I did this with my boyfriend, and he's seriously artistically challenged, but he actually had a lot of fun, and he painted that house that you guys saw in the intro to this one. So it's actually really fun, and this is kind of how they turn out looking. You can use more colors, obviously, like I did in this other one. I was just going kind of quick on the first one. So that's how you make those. They're super fun and super cool to do with other people. And then next, this one is probably my favorite, because I love counting down the days till Christmas. It gets me so excited. So to make this Christmas countdown chalkboard, you're just going to need a big piece of wood, which I found at Michael's, and then some chalkboard paint and some chalk markers. So you're just going to take your chalkboard paint and you're going to paint it onto your piece of wood. So for your first coat, you're going to paint this on horizontally. I recommend using thick layers of paint, and you're going to do 3 to 4 coats, and you're going to switch back and forth between painting the chalkboard paint on horizontally and painting it on vertically. And in between, you're going to want to let it dry for at least an hour before you put on the next coat. And then when you've done your 4 or 5 coats, you can kind of use your own judgment on this. You can tell when it kind of starts to look like a chalkboard that you can stop painting on it. So you're going to go in with a paintbrush and just fix up the edges so that the edges look kind of straight and smooth. And then you're going to use these chalkboard markers. The ones I found are called bistro markers. And what they are is paint markers that will paint on a chalkboard. And then you can use Windex or just a wet cloth too sometimes, and you can wipe it right off. So what I'm doing is just writing the days till Christmas, and I'm putting a cute little design on it. And you can make yours fancier or more intricate if you want to too, but I thought that this looked cute just the way it is. And obviously you don't just have to use this for the countdown until Christmas. You can write like a cute holiday saying on it too and just use it as a chalkboard. So next I'm going to show you guys how to make this Christmas ornament wreath. I love this one. This was probably the most time-consuming DIY that I did, but it was also probably the cutest. So for this, you're going to need a green foam wreath base, which you can find at any craft store, and then a hot glue gun and glue sticks, and then about 50 or so different sized ornaments. You're going to want to use at least 2 different sizes. I use some of the miniature ones that I have for my mini tree, and then just like 3 other sizes. So you're going to start by taking off the metal tops, and you're going to press those down into the foam wreath base, and then you're going to take it out. You're going to put some hot glue into that little hole that you've created, and then you're going to put some more hot glue on your ornament, and then you're just going to stick your ornament into the little hole that you made. And you're kind of going to want to like decide on how you want to space them out before you start gluing all of them down. So just kind of like decide where you want all of your ornaments to be, and you can put the holes in there ahead of time and then go back in and put the actual ornaments in the holes and glue them into the wreath. I started by using my biggest balls and getting those spaced out because they were going to be the hardest to try and fit in at the end. So I say start with your biggest balls and then fill in the little ones around them. And so yeah, you're just going to kind of fill them all in. I didn't record me putting all of the ornaments in, but also you can glue the ornaments to each other. Just try to be discreet about it so that the glue doesn't show. And you're going to use the little Christmas tree ornaments to fill in the spaces where you can see the holes and you can see the wreath underneath. And I recommend working from the inside out, and then the last thing that you'll do is to go around and fill in all of the extra spaces on the outside so that it starts to round out more. And like I said, this one probably did take me like 2 days as opposed to the other ones that took 30 minutes at the most. But this is so adorable, and the ones that you can buy already put together, like made and in stores, are like $50, and altogether this costs you probably about $20. So it's half the price, but it's just as cute, and you get to personalize it however you want to and use whatever color scheme that you want to. So that is all of my holiday DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more DIY videos, and make sure to like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.